So we're going to check our bolt length to see if we can use these 1-inchers. Obviously, if we use a 1-inch, it goes all the way in.
Cool.
So that one's fine. So we got about 5/8 of thread hanging out. We're going to put a thick washer. So there's a thick hardened washer we're going to put on here. Put those in. Looks like we'll be alright. This is usually here the one that gives us the problem. These other two aren't usually an issue. But you still check them no matter what, just to make sure. You got hard less, turn and a half there, but it's okay. Thread hasn't been used in a while, if ever. See, it starts to get tight there, but see it goes down. Pull the door in too, you can tell.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so we can use the longer bolt. You see, here's a 7/8. We're going to a 1-inch. And we're going to put the thick washer on there. Because these don't use any washers on these at all, in these trap doors. So the effective length is the same on the inside.
Cool.
Okay, so
We throwing Loctite on those?
when I'm done.
Oh, okay.
You think we're done now?
Oh no, I thought we were. Now we're making sure that it still lines up.
Well, we got to make sure everything works, and then we got to start doing all our end plays.
Yep.
You're just in a hurry.
Sure am.
How was that half hour?
That was 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
Yep.
How many hours ago was that?
It was at 8 o'clock, 8:30ish, 9ish.
So now it's 10:15.
Yeah.
3 hours. 2 hours.
Oh.
A 2-hour delay.
Of bolts.
Okay. There's our first good sign. It actually rotates smoothly. Now, you want to make sure that the main shaft slides in and out freely. It does. So that's how much end play we gotta get rid of. How much is that too much?
We should probably half that.
Probably take about 15 of that out of there. Okay, now you gotta have a little thin screwdriver. You go in the hole over there. You turn the light on to see the hole. There's a hole in that counter shaft. You stick it in there, just jam it. And see how it's nice and free? That means it's not binding. Now if you can't pull that back and forth, the tranny is binding, and it will burn itself up if you leave it like that.
So we will not.
So remember I had my alignment tool and everything looked like it was pretty close?
Yeah.
And this proves it was pretty close.
That's right.
All our problems is down here, sitting all through here.
Yep.
Because this case is different than what your case was.
Yep.
Even though they're 1 year apart, they're totally different. Okay, now this one here we have a little extra clearance. There's about 20 extra in that one. So we'll take 15 on both of these two, and we'll check. Now next thing we want to check is to see if the shifter actually works. So, see if there's any issues there. See, obviously I told you it was tighter than it was. So right now you got to pull up on it. It does shift good. And it's freely, see how the spring actually makes it work.
And that'll probably loosen up.
We'll have to work on it a little bit more here. Something, beating it in and out a couple times has affected something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I can
Probably
see.
the bushing
I
there.
can see the bushing coming out, so that wasn't out before. So obviously there's something going on that's a little different than it was. So we'll go over there and play with it some more.
See you guys tomorrow.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
Your keys are in front of your keyboard.
All right. See you later. Okay, so now we can just start doing our normal clearances now. You can see how the shift fork is way from being bottomed.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that being stuck in there. And we stopped that oil leak from that bearing being loose whenever that happened.
Yep.
That would have been a nice oil leak.
Would have been a great one.
One of them hidden ones.
Yep.
Okay. That bound up for. What the hell?
The gear? The gear shift lever, was it in neutral when you brought it out?
We're hitting right over here. It's got extra metal in here, should be cut out.
Okay.
Keeping this from sliding out easily. You see the main shaft didn't come out?
Yeah.
So this needs to be ground out. Someone else, it's been ground out in the factory, but they need to grind that whole turd off right there. Then this thing would slide in that easily.
Yeah.
I don't want to fill it full of chips. I don't feel like cleaning it twice again. So,
Yep. No, it's totally cool.
so we know the problem. We just have to make sure the main shaft comes out with it. Okay, so there's that one. And the bearings are trying to come out, but they stayed in. Good. Might get one more of that before they fall out on our face. There's one that did come out. Oh. So we need to swap that one out. It's cold-blooded, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, damp night. Good air.
Good air for racing.
Makes it run lean. Yeah, good for racing, but lean on carburetors. So that's too thick. Or too thin, I mean, too. Okay, so we need something bigger than, that should be about a 50, I guess. So we need to bump that up to about a 65. These are our used ones over here. That's not enough. Alright, so we have to,
What about this? Oh, this guy's all rusted.
no, wrong one.
Yeah, it's totally different.
That is correct. That part, see? 68. It's pretty thick. Okay, there's a 65. That's almost the biggest one they make. Okay. See, that's one disadvantage of having a real thin shim under here. We have to compensate on this side. See, if we put the 15 in there that we took out, or 10, because the next one's 85, we got 75 in here. That would took out half of what we had over here, which we still might have to go do. Okay, this one's a 30, which is pretty thin. So, there's a 60. 62, 70, and that's really a piece of crap, man, but it's thick, 80. Probably why those are sitting there used, nobody uses them. Well, that's why we have this kit. Oh, should be all kinds of. So, 56. There's a 46. We started with 30, so that's 15 coming out. Now another thing you gotta watch out for when you have this tang on here, you gotta make sure that you know how to put together where that pin is, up on the top.
Yeah.
So when you put this thing in there, don't have it like this where it's sticking straight up. Just move it over to one side.
Yeah.
Otherwise you just try to put it in there, it jams up, it bends that tang out, locks up everything, and just makes it hard to check in place. And it screws with your head for a while. Okay. Come on. We're probably going to take more on this. Another good chunk off of this or that. Okay. It's not too tight.
Nope.
Okay. Looks like we can still take out some more out of that one. got in play on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got to push on this here. I locked this up.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
So it's too big.
Yeah.
So big and too small.
See, on 71, the clutch is compressed. It pushes on this. On the earlier bike, it pushes out, it gets looser. See, you have in play in the bearing here?
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you take all of that out. You check over here. I forgot to do that before. My fault. So that zeroed us out. See, we have this in there, but we got that much over there. So I'm going to take 10 of this back out. That was my mistake. So just got to make sure you do that. If not, every time you push the clutch in, you burn up the thrust washer over there. If you're one of those yo-yos that holds the clutch in at the stoplight, because you're stupid, you'll burn that thing up before that light ever turns green.
Yeah.
This isn't a Jap bike. It's not made to run the clutch pulled in. No bike is. No vehicle is. Stupid riding schools think they don't know how to shift in a neutral. They probably have never heard of neutral. That's what they're for, you know.
Power shift only.
I don't think they know how to do that either. Okay.
Yeah, and they stayed in there.
Looked it up. Okay, so that needs to go bigger.
Hmm?
That needs to go back small. Shoot, I do the gauge. Stuff it someplace. Over here. In a safe location. Okay, that was a 45.
That was a 30
That was a
something?
30, 30. I don't wind up putting that back in. We don't know how much zero we are. We know we're zero, but we don't know how much zero. There's a 35. We can try a 35.
I think that'll probably be right on the money.
I don't know. I know we're at 0. I like having 8 to 12. That's 15. I always put the old one back in it. It's always better to be loose than tight on this stuff. Yep. This one here. Which one is that one? That's the other one.
I think that's the big one.
Yeah. It looks bigger. Yeah, it's 40. 30. Not 30. Depending on when you measure it. 25. 28. I'm gonna ask some extra clearance.
Yep.
Okay, this one here was 65. That was this one, wasn't it? Over there. Seven as big as we can go.
All right.
See if we can take out 10 on that one. I think we had enough to take 10 out. It's all back in there where it belongs. Titties down, yep.
Mhm.
Actually, before we do that, go look at this. Yeah, it's definitely pushed this way in. So we need to knock the bushing back in a little bit. So how are we going to do that? Vice grips and a big washer.
There you go.
Just happen to have both.
There you go.
Yeah, might be too big of a washer. I'm going to screw that a little bit. There's a big washer.
There you go. I might not have done it as big then.
fall in? Let that in. Not that tight then. Seems to be tight. I think I hit on that hard. Jeez. Loosen it back up. It's right to there, it's good, and that's the last little bit. Nope, didn't like that. It didn't like that at all. Now it's screwed. I was alright until I fixed it. No, wrong direction. It's open. There we go. That's the right direction. Ooh, that's pretty good now. Ooh, getting better. Keep going up, it likes it.
There we go.
That's pretty good there. Still a little tight, but yeah. Might actually work now. See, it only gets tight that last little bit. We'll leave it there.
Cool.
He's got to figure out what he wants.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't like what we had.
No, it did not.
Okay, so that might actually shift now. I think we might have this time, so I'm going to put a little more grease on everything. Just going to lubricate our shift forks while we're in here. At some point we need to get something on these forks. Now is the time.
Look at that.
Alright. Now all of this stuff is dry, so when you first start the bike up, you run it, stop it, run it, stop it. And most of the time it's best to have the wheel up in the air so the wheel can turn. Because, see, this is rotating here.
Yeah.
These aren't. So if you let the wheel turn, everything turns. See?
Gotcha.
So you get more oil flow. Now my race bike, I burned this one up because, see, this is up high. When you got this thing turning 8,000 RPM here, that's turning 8,000 RPM too on a steel shaft.
Yeah.
It welds itself to the shaft.
Well, yeah, it would do that.
The oil's down here. It's down about this level right here. And
Yeah.
It ain't up there.
No, it's not.
It ain't turning, getting oil on, because these are turning, but not these. See?
Yeah.
So it just burns them up. It's not getting enough oil flow. Not that I would ever run my bike in neutral at higher RPM for any time frame. Heaven forbid. Doesn't want to go in. Something didn't like me that time. Roller fill out. Instead of beating out with a hammer, stop, pull it out. So I know what happened because it goes in all by itself pretty easy. Where'd the roller go? It's in there somewhere. Or it come out the backside.
No, it did not.
Maybe some gear cluster in. It's someplace. Rest assured it didn't disappear.
There it is.
It didn't destabilize and disappear anywhere. Okay. Check our shift shaft again. Looks good. Should go in. So you gotta make sure it engages in here. So.
Look at that. Butter.
See? No reason to beat on it. If you get a beat on it, you're screwing up. Make sure your shaft is in over here. It's in there. pull out 5 if we wanted to, but see how loose it is that way, and then
Yeah.
when you push on that gear, it drops back a little bit. It's pretty tight. And you take 5 out of that, and we can put 5 into that one if you want, or just leave that one alone, just change that one. You want to buy a washer or not?
I'll buy a washer. If it's gonna make it proper and a washer will do it, I'll do that.
Well, that one was 25 to 30, depending on where we measured it. So
Yeah.
it's a variable number. I don't know if I want to put a 30 in it or a 35. I'm not sure what the actual shaft is seeing. All the bearings will come out now. Oh, they stayed in again. Damn. Shocked. Just got enough grease on that one.
Yeah. Too much.
Okay, so that was our biggest one. So we'll pull back one. Take care of that one. That's easy enough to do. And this one. Okay, what are we going to call this one? It's like 28 to 26. So let's go with a 35. I can make a 35. No, they don't. That's the one they don't make. So we put a 30 in it. Get up to a full 30.
Full
Do
30s.
25 to 28, depending on what we measure.
Well, I think that'll work.
So we're not picking up a lot, but we pick up a little bit. Recycle that grease, cheap bastard.
There you go. Good to the last drop.
Okay, shaft is in there. One more time.
We hope.
Hopefully last time.
Yeah.
How many times is this?
I think it's 5. 4 or 5.
That's 5 since we ground it. Not 5 tonight.
No, definitely not 5 tonight.
Like 15 tonight.
Yeah.
One and done did not happen.
No, it did not.
It didn't seem like it did much of anything. Feels the same. That feels a lot better.
Cool.
That was actually a little on the snug side, but I can live with that. Street bike, not a race bike.
Yep.
Good with it. This here, we either got to live with it or take 10 out.
10 out.
Yeah.
So it's at a 30, so take it back down to 20.
No, you have to go to the 40.
Oh wait, the 40 because
45 was tight, remember?
45 was tight.
So that means you only have like 5 clearance, which I don't want to be at. So I'm going to leave it. We need a 35. They don't make a 35, so screw it. We're stuck.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to take these out, Loctite them. We're going to live with what we got.
I think I'll manage to survive.
You're not going to die?
No.
This is a kicker bike, right?
Yep. Why?
I think I do kicker gears and a bunch of other crap on this side that has to be dealt with. We're only halfway through.
Yep.
We just got the train together, now we work on the rest of it. Okay, so let's put some blue Loctite on there. That's enough. Got our big heavy washers in there.
So how long would you turn it on and off for after you get it going?
Only run it for 2 or 3 seconds, shut it off.
Do that like what, 5, 6 times?
If you don't hear any noise, you're alright. If you hear noise, shut it off.
Yeah.
I would run it probably 3 to 5 times to do it.
Okay.
You can run an extra second or 2 each time you start it. Just want to make sure there's foil in there.
250 foot-pounds.
At least. I can feel them squishing pretty good. See, all this is dry in here. There's no oil in that dry.
No, there is not.
You don't get oil in there either. It just has to get in by itself. All this change splashing all everywhere, and you have to let it splash, stop, wait 5 or 10 seconds, wait for the oil to drain down someplace, and start again real quick. And you gotta wait and let the oil drain in, because until the oil gets in there, it's dry.
I really hope this is going to be a one-kick bike.
So there you go. All right, so that's that. We'll go ahead and clean this up. Be back.